Hello everyone, welcome back. And this is going to be my very first sharing of thoughts. And also, this is going to be very common topic. எல்லாருக்கும் தெரிஞ்சதுதான். It is a paper presentation. So, college for engineering, seminar first year we get to know about this something called paper presentation. So நானும் அது மாதிரி தான் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் இயர் காலேஜில் போகும்போது so there were so many events going around, and this particular paper presentation, there was so much of praise and like engineer இருக்க ஒரு significant-ஆன ஒரு event in an engineering college is paper presentation. So paper presentation definitely participate பண்ணும்போது we get a lot of exposure, we get a lot of things to know, share, and also about new solutions for various problems and many more. But the procedure, to do it, அதுக்கு பண்ணதுக்குன்னு ஒரு structure இருக்கு, ஒரு protocol இருக்கு. But most of the time, we forget, or we don't tend to know, or we never know about it. So on first year paper presentation, I just thought different slides, put just tell out my solutions and just give out a way, just give out my thoughts. And of course, now public speaking, I thought this is what it is mainly important for, but actually it is not. Paper presentation அப்படின்றபோது first of all, there are few things to keep in mind. So I just put them all into some slides, and I will now make it easier for you. So every or learning process or there is a certain way of style to do certain things. In similar way, when a paper presentation is. So hope you can see. So first thing, paper presentation pananuna, it is a kind of art. So art being it is not that only few people can do it. On a great run, like on practicing, to the core, you will definitely get it done. So not necessarily you should be a public speaker, or not necessarily if you do good slideshow, you will qualify a paper presentation competition or anything else. It is all about how your solution is useful for the real world. It is how much analysis நீங்க பண்ணி கொண்டு வரீங்க அப்படின்ற ஒரு முக்கியமான ஒரு இதுதான் paper presentation. So first of all, என்ன பண்ணணும் அப்படின்னாக்க, read research papers. How many ever papers you can get. Just find your what problem statement you're going to address, and the problem statement with the ella reference papers. Start reading every paper, and once you start reading every paper, you will first understand அந்த பேப்பர் எப்படி பண்ணிருக்காங்க ஒரு ஸ்ட்ரக்சர் உங்களுக்கு ஃபர்ஸ்ட் லேர்ன் பண்ணுவீங்க. நெக்ஸ்ட் திங், how are they approaching a solution to the problem? Are they giving solution, or are they giving suggestions, or are they even doing a small survey paper by comparing for 50 years of other papers? Other மாதிரி compilation of papers பண்ணாங்க. So what kind of paper is it? அப்படின்னு ஒரு preliminary research, do that first, so that you will understand to know how to make your own paper. So first, read as much as journal papers as you can find on the internet. There are so many free things available on internet. So go about, find out. A lot of PDF is available. So the ResearchGate and IEEE stuff. So many things are there. So what would I do? Give different kind of keywords and try to search them. And once you arrive at a particular solution, okay, you will find certain commonalities, while referring all these papers. So, on the common things editor, you will make your own paper. Or if you find that India they're trying to give a kind of solution that you are thinking of, try to bring it up, develop the idea, and then you make your own paper. So, don't go for the solution. Try to see in different authors' perception, what if being a natural solution, some other author had also thought and failed. So you will know what is the failure point even before you start implementing it. This way, it will be very useful for you to address a particular problem, and also what what are the various solutions. And at certain papers, நீங்க நினைச்ச தாட்டை விட மேபி ஒரு more optimized ஆன solution கொடுத்திருப்பாங்க. So that will be an inspiration for you to proceed. So it is all about you have to start first reading the papers, and then only you will know what are the different aspects available and what can you refer and what can you take. And please do not try to just copy out those solutions, but just try to give your own, or if not, give a small survey paper at least if you find you cannot make something new on your own. நிறைய standardized on formats இருக்கு. So most common one is the IEEE. You find in different conferences or in different journals, they basically give out their own formats or their own standards that it has to be published in. So IEEE is a very famous one, common one. So I would suggest IEEE, but in case you're focused on different conferences, then just go around with whatever rules they're proposing. Okay. So first of all, a paper presentation போகும்போது, don't stick with only the slides. You should have at least made a basic prototype when you actually present your paper. The mistake even I did. When I was in my first year, I didn't know anything, and everywhere I started to go, people were showing a lot of slides, and certain things were very hypothetical. So I was very curious to know how is it actually practically possible. And when I went behind the screen, I after like few days, when I started to discuss with those people, my seniors or even people from other colleges, and I found, practically they have not tried anything. So this is what I thought, I should actually go behind and do. And also when I asked people outside, how do you actually do paper presentations from renowned institutes, or what is the actual procedure to do a paper presentation அப்படின்னு கேட்கும்போது தான் I found that they actually make a small prototype and present, and then more details about the stuff is being put on the slideshow. This is how things actually happen. And I rectified the same, and the same engineering, when I was doing my engineering the third year, I tried to make a small prototype of a project in holography, like a small augmented reality kind of a um, prototype, and we try to present. So this just doesn't add a lot of substance, but also people clearly understand what you're trying to tell. So once you இப்போ நான் ஆப்பிள் ஒரு பிக்சர் காமிக்கிறதுக்கும் நான் ஒரு ரியல் ஆப்பிள் காமிக்கிறதுக்கும் lot of difference, right? So it makes people understand more easier, and that's how you actually, your success is actually in there, where you show people to the real world that you have done something, that you have something in hand. So that is what it is. So ஒரு paper எழுதும்போது, when you write, let it be a research paper or let it be even any other journal paper, when you write analytics about the outcomes, how will you write the outcomes without doing, practical analysis of the prototype you're proposing? So it is better you try to implement it, find out the actual results, and then you're going to write your survey on. Next. So when you're going to present the paper or if you're going to publish it in a journal, so there are two types. Like either you go to the conference and you present it among the peers and you get it recognized, or otherwise it is like in a journal you publish it and your thesis work is being published on a renowned journal, and many other authors would have written on and the journal would be focusing on some main theme and so on. So when you present a paper and when you do this slideshow and stuff, make sure you have the confidence to speak. And second thing, you know what is there in the slide, or you already know what is there in your own paper. Because and most of the time when I see, there are people who come and read out just the slides. So that is not, very appealing or very interactive. It doesn't sound really good when you keep looking at the slide screen rather than seeing the audience. Yeah, so it is better you practice if in case நீங்க உங்களுக்கு stage fear or you don't have that experience of addressing audience. Now first try to practice how to tell stuff and be உங்களுக்கு content நல்லா தெரியும் அப்படின்னாக்க then explain it in a more good way, explain it very elaborative, and give more importance to your findings rather than showing previous works or references. So that will be very useful for you. And so நான் சொல்றேன் இல்லையா, you should be doing a practical prototype. So tell some, how did you get the idea of doing the prototype? What made you to do the prototype? And the prototype பண்ணும்போது what are the different problems that you faced? So அந்த challenges எல்லாத்தையும் list பண்ணணும் and then tell them did it work or fail. No matter even if it fails, you can actually address that it failed, and so that next time some other author sees your paper, they will definitely try to give some solution for your failure, and thereby they will put under reference your paper. So this is how research or paper works actually progress. So the next more essential thing is a lot of analysis பண்ணிருக்கணும். So உங்களோட rate of success, or what has been the lot of diagrams, a lot of pie charts, graphs, bar graphs, அந்த மாதிரி நிறைய very very representational things are there. It will be more easy for people to understand. So when pictographic representations இருக்கும்போது people will easily capture your thoughts. That is what very very essential when it comes to paper presentation. So definitely I hope after looking at this particular video, you will know what is paper presentation, and hope in the forthcoming paper presentations, let it be in your college or let it be outside your college or anywhere, bring up this trend of doing something practical and doing something very meaningful rather than just telling stuff. Anyone can tell stuff. So it is very very essential for you to come out and tell and understand what is necessary. And being an engineer, you should definitely know how to think about, your innovations and thoughts. How do they really fit into the real world, and accordingly do quality, papers and produce them very well. And of course, these are, something that is very, very essential. You know, of course, ஒரு paper presentation பண்ணறதுக்காக you people waste a lot of time, like more time. In fact, when I was there, I paper presentation contest varudhanaka, I used to spend at least, 2 to 3 weeks to formulate the idea and the thing and task, just going and presenting. But um, real time this is going to happen up both. You get even more satisfied, and definitely the time you're going to spend on it isn't going to go in vain. So, அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு good standards, choose very standard conference, let it be national or international. You does not be going somewhere and publishing it, but it should make a meaningful sense. So be aware of it, and keep doing really things that are very meaningful. So thanks for watching. All the best.